Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, October 6th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. I'm old enough to remember when that song, Cold Blooded by Rick James, was the ultimate party starter. And these days in the Pro League, you won't find too many dudes who are as cold-blooded as the executioner himself, Alexis Rolon. A new update from the reigning Tampa Pro champ showed off some of the rock-solid conditioning that we've become accustomed to seeing in the years past. To see a guy like Alexis Rulon come back and have a career year after suffering through some of the personal tragedy that he has in the last 12 months is absolutely awesome. So hopefully now that he's in a much better situation, we'll see him keep this thing rolling all the way into next season. They say you're the average of the other four guys you surround yourself with most. And I don't know who the hell Nguyen's been hanging out with lately, but he's obviously keeping good company. Over the weekend, we saw the veteran big man drop a surprise update on his fans, where he gave them a look at the goods that have made him a perennial title contender for the better part of the last decade. Nguyen has always been a guy who's had damn near every tool in the book, but for one reason or another, it doesn't feel like he's ever gotten that level of love that he deserves from the judges. But when you've got this kind of talent, you're never really more than one good win away from changing the entire conversation. Sometimes a person can walk into a room and you can just feel the entire vibe change because they have this energy and this presence that almost becomes contagious. And if you've ever gotten a chance to step into a room with women's physique all-star Heather Grace, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now that another huge season is in the books for the four-time Olympian, she's already back to spreading some of that positive vibe around the gym out there at Dylan Armbrust's Mile High Mecca. As a fan of the division, you can't not love the energy that an athlete like Heather Grace brings to the building. And I know more than a few fans up there in the New York area who would love to see her bring some of that energy to the New York Pro next season if she can get it rolling by then. The late great Rudyard Kipling once wrote, "To be your own man is hard business. But when you're trying to creep out from behind the shadow of a giant, like NPC national hopeful Hunter Labrada is right now, I'm sure that road seems like it's about 1,000 times longer." Late last week, we saw some new updates from the Labrada team who look like they're coming into play for keeps this year with the razor-sharp conditioning that they're bringing to the Nationals. From everything I've heard, Hunter's been working his butt off through the entire prep to make a serious run at a pro card. So as long as he can keep handling his business from a conditioning and fullness standpoint, he's got a puncher's chance to land a spot in the first call-out and head home with an IFBB pro card. To quote Owen Wilson from the iconic film The Wedding Crashers, true love is the soul's recognition of its counterpart in another person. And last week, my old buddy Lee Priest let the world know that he officially found his true love when he married longtime sweetheart Rachel Goodman. In the pictures we've seen from the ceremony, Lee and his new bride looked like they were all smiles right after they finally tied the knot. So I wanted to take this time to say congratulations to the new Mr. and Mrs. Priest from the whole Muscle in the Morning crew. And guys, no wedding day tattoos. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.